Hello people, this is Power here with a review of the Gashapon Ridewatch series Set 11. I don't think I got the title of that right, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So it's like it's the Gashapon line of the Ridewatches. I know I'm kind of late on these because I'm starting with Set 11, even though the earliest set I do have is Set 3, but I don't have the full set of that one because I don't have Brave or Rogue. I have Baron from set 5, but I don't have Axel, so set 11 is technically the only set I have a quote-unquote complete set of. So set 11 comes in these gray capsules, and obviously as you can tell with the Ridewatch ones, they're uniquely designed, as this one's Zangetsu's, as basically how you get them through the machine is like this, which I think is pretty cool. But then that does lead into one of the things about these. But then this obviously it's plastic wrapped, so then it doesn't get worn or anything, or so then the capsule does not break off. So here are the pamphlets for these. They're not really that colorful. They're literally just black and white. But so the lineup for GP Ridewatch series or set 11 is Drive Type Tridron, Ghost Mugen Damashi, Knight, and Zangetsu. And then the metallic versions of Tridron and Mugen. And then if we open this up, this is all the warning stuff. This is how the Ridewatch works, and just its compatibility. So that's basically it for these. There's not really much towards them, but this is the back. I can just actually try to put this back together. I'll just leave that open. Anyway, so I don't have Drive Type Tridron or Ghost Mugen Damashi because of the fact that I'm gonna get the DX ones. So here's Knight. Obviously he's from Ryuki. Overall, here's a comparison to the Ryuki from Gashapon Set 3. So this is an example of what the metallic versions will look like. As you can see, it's really reflective and such, and I really like that with Ryuki. So, I think the thing with most Ryuki riders, or just with Knight and Zolda, is that they have a silver base, but then their rim is based off their color. So Zolda has the same base, but it's just instead of navy blue, it's green. And then Knight Survive just got announced, and I'm really excited for that. I actually do hope it's a different track. Very unlikely, but I kind of do hope it's the track that is associated with the form. Anyways, as I mentioned in my Paradox Ridewatch review, you can't move this nor press the button. Or like these ones, you can't press the button just because of how they are in the machine. So if you had a pressable button, there's a likely chance that it will probably get damaged. But as you can see here, here's Knight. I really do like his face. Like, I really prefer this over who's a bad example of this. I know I had a gripe with just because. So like, okay, here's Gaim because there's Zangetsu. So like, as you can see here, this just looks disrupt and it doesn't look good. So I really appreciate the one sticker thing because it just looks a lot better in my opinion. But that still does not mean I'll get like track them down because I will still just deal with the DX ones. The back, the QR code for Knight, and then the track for Knight is V034. if we compare it to this Ryuki, they're the same exact track. So Night is one of the unfortunate secondaries out of 4, or out of the 19. 4 out of the 19 secondary riders have screens, and then Night is not one of those, so he would just have to share the same screen as Ryuki, which I think is a good alternative, because I think all of us thought they were just gonna use the generic rider screen, but surprisingly, I don't know, I got surprised when they actually used the same screen as the series they're from, because that makes more sense. Just like Paradox, here's the reset button, and I talked too much about this, so let's just get on with it. So pull the tab. That's technically the activation sound. And then just press the button. So you get the Ridewatch announcement. As you can tell, the speaker quality is not as great. I'm not gonna... I was a bit too critical when I initially opened this up, because I thought it was terrible, but I think it's actually pretty decent. It's not as good as the buildable ones. The buildable and campaign ones. Those ones have the same speaker quality as this, or almost. But these ones are obviously downgraded. I think it just reset it. Yep. So then the rider description. Again, they don't have the ticking sound, and typically with these ones, the descriptions are way more basic. Mock's really annoys me, because his does not really describe anything about Mock. I would have liked the roll call, but they didn't do it. And then, obviously, the armor time. I just want to go over that again, because I actually do like the fact that it actually does go alongside with Ryuki. So with the armor time. I really like that. I'll talk about it more after we go through the attack sound. Obviously final from Final Lit. Then to reset it, press that. So basically, his jingle is the same as Ryuki's, it's just that they added dark wings, bat sounds to it, and I think that really helps with it. I feel like they're going to do that with all the other Ryuki riders, just because of the fact they're all technically the same. So, whoops. They're all technically the same, so I understand that they want to make something different about it. I really do hope Night Survive is in vein of Ryuki Survive, but I really doubt that, because then we got other secondary riders to cover. Okay, so we're finally getting into Zangetsu after 8 minutes long. I really do like Zangetsu, so here's Gaim just to somewhat compare to them, just because they're the same faction. And obviously, Zangetsu, unfortunately, does not get his own screen, because I think that really sucks for the Gaim Riders. Out of any other series that I would have wanted screens for, would be Gaim. It just sucks that it didn't, because we got Build and Xaid. I don't have an issue with it, it's just, I would have liked Gaim. So, Zangetsu is actually a pretty interesting base. He's lime green and white. Obviously, I think we do have white rims and such, but we never had a lime green like this. Obviously, Zangetsu's face. Because of the fact he shares the same track as Gaim, he's V045. But, however, the QR codes are different for Night and Zangetsu because of what they do in Gamba Rising specifically, where you scan them in the machine and then they do an attack. Gotta make sure I know whose tabs are who. So, obviously the same stuff. Rider Set. Okay, so basically, let me go over the rundown of the Kamen Riders because I really do like this. But they're just okay. So first of all, their descriptions are basically the same. They just replace the fruit and weapon. So, like, Baron, another one I can't cover. Baron is obviously banana based, and he's a knight. So literally, like, his description is just the banana wearing, or like the knight banana wearing armored rider is Baron. This one basically is the melon wearing the melon armor wearing rider is Zangetsu. It's not even close. Just look at the wiki. But obviously with Baron and Ryugen, they're from different factions, so they technically just play their standby, their slash sound, and that's it. But because of the fact Gaim and Zangetsu are from the same faction, they use the same sound, which makes sense. Because I was like worried, like, oh, they're just gonna use like the default Sengoku driver standby for Zangetsu. But I'm happy they stuck with his melody, but added like the Zangetsu sounds or the melon sounds, and it just works. And obviously his attack is melon from melon skosh always sparking, because again Gaim got stuck with skosh, so all the other Gaim riders have fruits except for Gaim. So let's just get to the Jigu driver. I'm taking too long with this. I just realized why I'm having such difficulty angling this. It's because I'm doing the opposite of what I typically do. I typically keep the stand up for my demos, but then I accidentally switched it. So then now I have this stand up all the time. So we're gonna have the Jigu driver because we're gonna switch main ride watches and such. So we're gonna hold this in. Focus. So then, obviously, because Gates is a secondary rider, we're gonna use Knight. I also forgot to mention that Knight is actually canonly in the series because they receive him from Shinji somehow in Rider Time Ryuki, but then obviously there's no armor because he's a secondary rider. So let's just replicate that, or not. Wait. No. No. So yeah, it's just timing is a bit different because of the fact Knight's is actually longer than Ryuki's because of the fact they added Dark Wings sounds. Obviously you can't press this, and now it won't play this. Okay, so I would say that's the final time burst, but that time you were actually able to hear it because for some reason a red gate says Zi-O. So let's just see if it'll actually do any wrong. So we're done with this. We're gonna use Zi-O with Zangetsu just because of the fact they're from the same faction. So I hope with Zi-O I can trigger Gates' track. Oh my gosh. So like, I don't know how it keeps happening, but oh well. I guess no favoritism towards Gates. I just forgot we had to activate this. I just want equality. That's all I wanted. Gosh, how would this work? So, like, do it when I want it to happen now. No. You have to read as gates. So, how would this work? Forget it. I guess no equality for gates. So it's still orange, obviously. I really like how well that works, and I forgot to mention the speakers are down here. I probably did. So melon time break. See, and then there, when I put in gates, it'll probably do Zi-O. And it won't read. So if I put... This toy is so complicated. I'm just gonna do everything one shot, because why not? So, I don't remember if I mentioned this in my Paradox review, but obviously you can't use weapons, but because of this is a special occasion, we're going to use Knight, and I should have just kept this. So, just insert it. This will do the GQ driver mode stuff, and pull it when it announces it. So, I obviously just did that because they did that in Rider Tamariki. But I won't do that for the other ones because there's no point. So, yeah, that's basically it for these. If you really want to, you can use them with the Decade Ride Watch, but there's nothing new because of the fact they use the same tracks as their respective series. So, Knight will do that. Zangetsu. So, yeah. Overall, I think the Gashapon line is optional at best, but if your favorite rider is present, then go ahead and track them down. Is it worth getting the whole sets? Sometimes. I think set 5 is probably mostly sought out because of the fact that contains Deno and O's, the two most, I would say, difficult ones to get, just because of the fact you have to buy other toys with them. But that comes with Rabbit Tank Sparkling and Chaser, so I see that set being sold out. But I do kind of recommend just getting these, trying to get them on Mandarake for reasonable prices. I think I got Knight for 600, Zangetsu for 800, so I got these two together $14, so technically I got a DX Ride Watch. Okay, Gaim's not fair because I got Gaim for 900, so here's Joe. So like, I got it for essentially a Ride Watch price. So actually no, I can compare Decade with this because I got Decade for 800. So yeah, the Gashapon line you don't have to get necessarily, but if you really do want to just get every rider, then do so. Or if this would be more relevant in the next review, if you're only looking for specific ride watches that have new tracks, then just hunt those ones down, because sadly some of those are exclusive to Gashapon, Candy Toy, and such. But yeah, that's basically it for this review. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave people. Bye.